Hello? 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 Hello, everybody. We are 90 seconds away from beginning. 1 million cups, Clermont, find your coffee. Get a little Danish / cookie / nutty little bar and find your seat. We have a special day for you. All right, everyone, we are 1 minute away, 60 seconds. Rob Thomas is here. We are ready to get started. Hey, Brian. We are 45 seconds from getting started, everyone. Find your seat.
That wasn't me. Was that me?
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present our co-host, Betsy Sorg. You can clap now.
And 4 Whoa! I'm going to use the teacher voice thing where clap once if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Clap twice if you can hear me. All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm messing with the audio this morning. Oh, Doris, I'm sorry. Good morning, everyone. If you have your phones available, if you will check in with this QR code, please, that would be wonderful. We want to let Kauffman Foundation know that we're here and excited to be here.
You get confetti when you do that.
You do.
Yep.
Start your Wednesday off with confetti.
And this is our organizing committee. If you are one of the organizers, raise your hand. Yes. Lee, Doris, yes. Yes, Linka.
Harry. We are your biggest fans, so if you have any 1 Million Cups questions or ideas or feedback for us, please find any one of us. We are open to that and always want to hear what our community has to say. We are at The View, as you all know. If there are any first-time visitors and you have not been here yet, The View is a wonderful place. They have something going on every day of the week, starting off at 7 a.m. You can start hitting golf balls if you're that kind of person at 7 a.m. They're awake and ready for you.
Right. Golfing, they're really big into golfing, right? Yep.
You can also come to The View if you're not big into golfing. So
okay.
It works out well. Salsa, music bingo.
Yes.
They have it all.
The venue is The View. Thank you, View. The food and the coffee is The View. Thank you, The View. Our media is done by Mighty Manatee in the back there, Glenn. By the way, we are looking for a continuum, a sustainable model. So we are always looking for someone to take our positions. My position.
Yes.
Yes. No. Yes.
No.
Someday.
Okay.
Come on. We do have to split this up every once in a while.
That's true.
Okay. And then also the print, where are you? There you go, Ken Rose
Front
with
row seat.
Minuteman Press.
Yes, all things that keep us advertised and moving forward. Thank you, Minuteman. And our partners, we have various support team here for all small business and entrepreneurs questions, not quite sure what to do, where to go. Someone on this list will be able to direct you. We've got LEAD, the Lake Economic Area Development, which is all things economic development and small business and workforce and business attraction here in Lake County. We've got the South Lake Chamber of Commerce, which is a partner of ours that we couldn't be more thankful to have as a support organization, especially in our we're still within 6 months old, so having their support has been wonderful.
So if you're not sure if you want to join the chamber, come to us, figure it out, and then the chamber's there as an extra resource.
Yes, indeed.
We also have the SBDC, and we also have the incubator, Brian, the incubator. And these are all basically free. Complimentary. No cost. There you go. No cost is the word.
No cost. Not directly to you. The cost is assumed in other places, but all great resources for small business for any of those questions that you have or you feel like you might be at a hurdle. They're resources to definitely help.
So, is this it? Our mission is basically fueling big ideas by opening doors to knowledge, resources, and community connections. We are entrepreneurs helping entrepreneurs. Boom.
That's it.
Booyah.
It's as simple as that. So, while this is our kind of key pillars about 1 Million Cups, presentations, not pitches, we want you to feel like you're informed, not being sold. We do want to leave a little bit of room, as I said, we're not quite 6 months old yet, for helping people with what might be their pitch. So people are sales, people are visibility, people need to get themselves out there. So while you shouldn't feel pitched or sold, if someone is standing up here sharing their presentation with you, they're opening themselves up for feedback, not only on what they're pitching or where they're pitching or who they could be pitching to, but how they're pitching. Okay, so while we here want to be presented to, we leave room for practicing that pitch because we're that environment of support, and when someone goes out to a trade show or a large stage where they're speaking to hundreds of people, there might be some feedback here that they've received that said, oh, maybe that word doesn't go so well, or maybe this term would be a little bit better for you.
And you can practice your pitch here and then go to where Jim Green is with the Eustis 1 Million Cups and try it there. Jim is here. Jim, where are you? Yeah, he is our mentor. He has helped us tremendously through dressing and making sure we have proper etiquette, right?
That's true. This is all his fault.
Thank you, Jim. Yeah, this is your fault.
Yes, Jim is here from our Eustis community, and if you have not been there and visited yet, definitely worth going to, and I'm sure they're always looking for presenters as well, but it's another booming community, and your feedback will be well received and a little bit different up there.
Yep.
So anyway, connections, not networking, again, just that authentic kind of connection, not making people feel sold when they leave here. As Banks said, all for the community, by the community.
Have my card. Not have my card. No.
I want your card, though.
No, you can't have. Okay, you can have my card. We want to make sure that this is not pushing ourselves on each other. It is basically asking.
It is.
Can I have your card?
Absolutely.
Okay. First timers here, where are you? Raise your hand if you're first timers. Oh, great, wonderful.
Excellent.
Monica, you want to grab them, and I'll grab them over there. I'm not going to actually grab
Let's
you.
Let's hear your name, your business, and just a couple words about what you do.
Good morning. I've actually been following this specific location for 1 Million Cups on Facebook since you guys launched. I just haven't been able to make it in, so I was really excited to come in physically today. My name is Amber Welch. I run a home inspection business with my husband, who's a nationally recognized home inspector. I'm also a real estate agent that spent 22 years as a CFO and really focus on helping other agents win new clients. So not competition, friend.
Very nice. I like it. Welcome, Amber.
Good morning. We are super in love with this. We've never heard of 1 Million Cups. My name is Jessica Madrigal. I co-own New Local Marketing with my husband, Javi. And we just heard about this from a business owner. We walked into their business to just plug into our new community out here, and she just said she absolutely loves it. She didn't tell us anything about it. She just said go. So we did, and we're so glad we're here. We own a marketing and advertising agency. We've been in marketing and advertising for a long time. We just pivoted to strictly brick and mortar local business. So that is going to be our newest challenge, to learn all about every single challenge that they have. So this is the perfect place for us.
Welcome, Jessica and Javi, right? Perfect.
Good morning. My name is Carmelita Keith. This is my first time here, and I am good friends with Doris. Doris invited me, and she has ranted and raved about this community, this group here, and so she invited me to come out. I am a mortgage loan officer, and I am kind of new to I'm not a native Floridian, so just like to get out and meet new people, to make connections. As one of your pillars said, and so she invited me to come out to see what this group is all about and learn more about what you all do in 1 Million Cups. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I'm just going to stand. Hi, I'm Nina. I actually pitched at a 1 Million Cups about 10 years ago, so I used to attend at the Rollins 1 Million Cups regularly in Ozane. Yeah. And Lee has been dragging me to come in here for quite a while, so I'm excited to be here. I'm in marketing. I work for a company called Rethink Retail. I do account-based marketing, a lot of targeting, and we do events, parties, media stuff. That's it.
Welcome, Mina. So you are going to stand up and talk, if you have to.
Hi, my name is Amanda, and this is my husband, Steven. I run a home healthcare business. I have about 2 people that work for me, and we are in Lake County, and I'm just wanted to come here to try to network and expand.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
Great. I like all these newcomers. I mean, we get like 4 or 5 each time, right?
Yes, and thank you for your efforts. Even though some of you came kicking and screaming, I hope you find that it's worth it. And please continue to share. That's very exciting feedback that you found us online. And actually, speaking of finding us online, we have an announcement.
Oh, yes, we do have an announcement.
Go for it. Thanks.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
We have 150 followers on LinkedIn. Don't clap yet, because we are not on LinkedIn live streaming. Oh, we are right now?
Next week.
Oh. Glenn let me down.
So we are officially now 150 LinkedIn followers strong on our Clermont 1 Million Cups page. So that is the 3rd platform we will be broadcasting live from every week. So everyone is welcome. More Banks and Betsy in there.
YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
Yes.
So.
And now we get to hear from our favorite fedora-adorned gentleman. He loves it when I do this. But Harry, please tell us, what do you want from our presenters?
What we're looking for are presenters who are in business for less than 5 years or who are pivoting. We recently had someone who presented an education-style format. That is very rare. It's an occasional thing that we'll be doing maybe a couple of times a year. But generally, this is all about you, your business, what's working, what may not be working, what kind of guidance you're looking for, and getting your story out. This getting your story out is going to help you to grow your business, where a number of presenters over time think it's all about the facts, what they're doing, but they're failing to connect with the audience. That story that you have as to why you got started will be worth money for your business down the road, because people are going to be drawn to you. They can go anywhere, and they're going to be drawn to you because of your story. So highly encourage you to sign up, present, we'll help you through it, and get that story out.
Thank you, Harry. I mean, Yoda.
Yes.
He is our Yoda, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well said.
I mean-
Very well said. Yes, indeed.
Icebreakers, yes. What's one skill you'd love to master? And this is open to anybody. One skill you would love to master. Anybody? Betsy?
I mean, I'm definitely going to go with juggling flaming swords. I feel like you might have to teach me to do that, though.
I can do that.
I think
On your
so.
back, flaming, throwing them up.
I like it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
I'd love to master being a husband and being able to read my wife's mind.
Nice, Terry. Tia Julie.
I want to master flying without an airplane.
Whoa.
An airplane.
That's
Flying without an airplane.
very zen. Sandra.
Oh,
I'd
like to master signing.
Sign language?
American Sign Language. That's lovely.
I tried.
That
My
one's
fingers don't work.
that one's hook 'em horns. There you go.
Who else?
Something you would love to master. Or what would I like to master?
Working on.
Oh, what would I love to master? Golf. Golf. I'd probably have more business if I did golf.
That's true. More quality time on the golf course.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
Oh, we have one
What
here.
do we
Lee.
have?
I like to master the art of juggling.
Really?
Juggling life, juggling balls, juggling everything, and keep that afloat.
Let me know. Let me know how that
I'll
turns
get you
out.
guys in a class. I'll teach you how to juggle.
like it.
Yeah. Anybody else? Oh, anybody else? Yep. Let's get started.
All right.
Go on. So, housekeeping. Please keep the talking to a minimum. Not at all. Make sure you put your phones on vibrate, and we are live streaming.
As we know. We've
So yes,
spoiler
we already
alerted
talked
that one,
about that.
so.
Yeah.
All right. This is pretty much what we've been talking about in our intro, and you as an audience are fantastic about this. We're here to be curious and not critical of these presentations that people are standing up here being a little bit vulnerable with us about, being kind and actionable, trying to keep it to one key insight. I think we have a very participative audience, so I don't know, is that a word? But anyway, you guys are fantastic with your feedback, so unless you're super passionate about that second one, let's save that connection for afterwards.
Right. So what's going to happen is our speaker has 2 minutes to talk about himself. 2 minutes. You know about this, right? You're our speaker. 2 minutes to talk about his business, and then 2 minutes to talk about an issue or a problem, being vulnerable in that case. And then we open it up to you all to ask him questions or to give feedback or solutions. And you can respond if you want to. You don't have to. But we want to get everybody involved as much as possible. So with that, drum roll, please.
This is our presenter for today from Scalehound AI. We have Mr. Randall Malden.
Thank you very
You can
much. I
clap.
appreciate it. This works this way?
That's the one.
Oh, no, we have that. Okay. Hoorah, Marines. All right. Good morning. We're also live on TikTok. I set up my phone, so we're running it, see if we get some participation in that way as well. So, again, we're here at 1 Million Cups. My name is Randall Malden with Scalehound AI, and we are here to help businesses empower the AI that they already own. Take them from AI confusion to AI execution. There's a lot of conversations about AI right now. We see it on social media, we see dancing cats, we see singing babies, we see all kinds of good stuff. And what most people are overlooking is the AI they already own. You're paying for it. You have Microsoft or you have Google Workspace and you have AI, you're just not using it. My background, I joined the Marine Corps in 1989, which was way back when. Spent 20 years in the service. As you can see, there's a picture of me and my brother in Okinawa at one point. I was an embassy guard in Santiago, Chile. All right, good to go. Good to go. So, Marines we're gonna start barking at each other here in a minute. Right? You know exactly what we're saying. That's where I met Colin Powell at the time, and I was deployed overseas. You see me in my camis, my cigars over there. Then I retired in 2010. And while I was in the service, I did all the things you're supposed to do in the service. Got my education, got my master's, actually went all the way to my doctorate. And I couldn't get hired when I got out of service. Nobody would hire me. So I started my own business training people how to do supply chain management, which is my background in the service, logistics, supply chain, all those types of things. So for the last 15 years, I've been training, and then about 3 years ago, AI started to become a little bit popular. So I started to learn how to apply AI to supply chain situations and realize there's a bigger opportunity today. That opportunity is that most people don't see the productivity value that AI can bring to their business. You can basically 10x your business overnight by engaging with AI. Master your email, write proposals, do research. You can do more things faster because you're using AI. And today, to help the mind start to think, what I'm looking for is introductions to business groups like this, opportunities to speak in front of them, to show them and share with them the message of AI, and co-host AI in a Day events, which are events we use to educate folks about the AI they already own. Most businesses, as I mentioned before, own AI, they just don't use it. You have Microsoft 365, but you probably see Copilot. It's that little thing in the corner. It's a rainbow little square, but it's like, well, what does it do? And you click on it once, you throw some questions at it, and away it goes. Well, it can actually have ChatGPT is already connected to Copilot. So if you're using ChatGPT, it's already engaged in Copilot. And how many of us use ChatGPT? Right? How many of us consider the security concerns when we use ChatGPT? A few of us. Because when you use the public version of ChatGPT, it's not secure. What you put out there goes to the world and anyone can use it, and when you understand how to prompt it, as there's different strategies to use, you can get information about your business. So if you have a compliance business, you have healthcare, financial services, insurance, anything to do with compliance or things that you want to keep secret, you should be processing your AI type tasks within the platforms that you already own. What we do, like I said, we design AI-powered workflows using tools you already own, no new software, no compliance risk, using a proven framework. ScaleHound AI, SCALE stands for state the problem, collect the data, assess the AI platform, launch the prompt building process, and then execute and refine. The A, the assess the AI platform, changes based on the problem, and it's constantly evolving. So what may be a great AI platform today may not be a great platform tomorrow, because that's how fast things are changing. As you can, if you pay attention to AI at all, how often have they updated this year alone? As soon as OpenAI, ChatGPT upgrades, what happens to the rest of them? They all leapfrog in front of that one, right? So it's always constantly changing. How we make money, we do workshops like AI in a Day. We help people build blueprints using the AI that they already own, and we show them how to implement AI strategy into their business. So develop an AI strategy, be there to help you implement it to make sure you're not wasting money chasing shiny objects, because there's a lot of them out there, and they're all cool. And there's a lot of what I would call snake oil salesmen out there trying to sell you all kinds of great stuff. And it is good, but is it for your business? Is it what you need? Again, I learned a lot of efficiency in the Marine Corps where seconds mattered. You had to make decisions quickly. You had to get things going, and we're doing operations all over the world, and you didn't have time to think as much as you wanted to think, right? You had to make decisions, and with AI, you can make decisions faster, much faster. And in the world of business, if you can make decisions faster than your competition, you are going to beat them. If your entire team can now execute at a higher level because they're able to think faster, then you can beat your competition. And it shouldn't cost you a lot of money. Why? Because you're already paying for it. It's sitting on your computer and in your systems right now, and you're not using it. You're not using it. We founded this year, started in 3 years ago studying AI, learning how to apply it to supply chain situations. Simple use case, we took an RFP development process that normally takes 40 hours, condensed it to 1 hour. 40 hours to 1 hour. If you have people in your business that are spending 40 hours on one task, what else would you do with them if you could take that task and put it into an hour? So we started and realized there's a bigger business out here, there's a bigger need to educate people on the AI they already own. We started doing AI in a Day workshops for different industries, real estate, contractors. We have one coming up in a couple weeks for HR and talent management, and then one at the beginning of December for sales. At the end, I'll give you all a coupon code that you can join for free, 100% off if you're interested in doing that. And we're targeting small to medium-sized businesses that use 365, What we've done the hybrid workshops, and we've co-hosted AI in a Day with other businesses. When people come through our training for AI in a Day, it's a 2-hour session just to show them, there really a lot of light bulbs go on. They start to see how it can help their business. And so we implement that, we get people in there, and then from there we do a follow-on conversation with them. Our current obstacles are reaching key decision makers. Who would make a decision about AI for a specific business? What's our target client profile? Is it everyone? Because everyone can use AI. CEO, office manager, who's really the decision maker and influencer that's going to help us engage AI into that business. And then scaling awareness, getting outside the noise of AI can do all these wonderful things and focus in on how AI can help you be more productive. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we're looking for introductions to local business groups, chambers of commerce, speaking opportunities, and then if you have an audience, we'd love to co-host an AI in a Day with you to bring AI to that company to help them, or that audience to help them there. And we can do revenue share as well. As far as that, we have a partnership model to help everyone make a little money when we want to do that. Okay, so again, our next steps, doing workshops, local partnerships, and hosting AI in a Day workshops. With that, I look forward to your feedback.
Randall Malden, everyone. Randall, you make AI easy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you too.
That's the idea.
So, a couple things. Scalehound, that's the name of your company?
Correct.
Why?
Scale, as I mentioned, the process, scale, and Hound. Hound sniffs out the value in a business. And AI, of course, we have AI.
All right. Nice, nice. We are now opening up to questions, comments, solutions, anything, and this is open up to you all out there. So don't jump at once.
I see wheels turning. We talk about ChatGPT and AI almost every Wednesday in here. So I'm going to key in on the co-hosted events about underutilization of AI. How many of you in your businesses right now could see hosting something like that with like people that are underutilizing? Do you guys, is that something that you feel like as a small business owner you would open up, or you would host something like that? You would participate in it rather than host it. Okay. Is there a reservation for hosting something like that? If I can.
I'll just show, again, 2 events coming up. If you want to participate to see what AI in a Day is all about, 100% coupon Serendipity. It'll be at the Serendipity Labs downtown in Orlando. Again, we're doing, and it's not just recruiters, it's HR, human resources, talent management, which is a big, what I call a time suck in a business. A lot of interviews, reviewing resumes, showing people how to do that. And then sales, research, customer profiles, a lot of things you can use there as well.
So Randall, fast decisions, you were talking about that a little bit. The companies that can make the decisions quickly are the ones that are usually successful, and AI accommodates that, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So this is just an off cuff. Can you make AI your decision making in your business? So
great question.
Instead of going to somebody, you go to AI.
AI is an augmented tool. It augments you. It's not to replace you. And I would offer that you always, 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 always need to have a human in the decision process. Another use case, you can set up a customer service email box where all your customer service emails come in. The agent will receive those emails, read those emails, look at your policy, draft a response to that customer, and place it in a folder for a human to review and then send. So imagine, again, a customer service representative would have to receive an email, read through it, look at the policy, find where it applies, write a response, and then send it. Well, those first 5 steps have now been replaced with AI doing a majority of the lifting for that.
Jim.
So, first of all, thank you for your service, and all the veterans, thank you for your service. And we've had a lot of AI presentations in Eustis, and I think this is probably one of the fastest growing fields in our industry today. And when I see these, my first thought is, okay, what is separating you from the competition? What is separating you from what's available that they can just go online through other AI programs? And being newer, to me, I think it's testimonials. And when you have successful testimonials from clients that you've worked with, you may have to take one of the programs and do some kind of a scaled pricing system where maybe the first 3 months are free. But that way, now you can go back, you can show the results. Then you start scaling into whatever your standard pricing is. But to have those proven results, those proven testimonials of what you've helped people do, now you're starting to separate yourself from your competition. Because honestly, to go in a newer business and not to question your abilities, but for looking for somebody right off the bat to pay $5,000 to $7,000 to $15,000 a month, and not know what they're getting, I think it's going to be a tough hurdle. But if you can go in and kind of go, give me 90 days to prove myself, and then I think then the results and the business will start to fall in from there.
Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. We have testimonials on our website, and an example of an actual use case during my last contractor today. We were presenting, we had a CPA in the room. He was preparing a brief that he had to deliver at 10 a.m. the next morning. He was concerned he was going to have to stay up all night and wasn't going to make the deadline. He finished it in that presentation based on what he learned in that class. And there's, again, a testimonial on our website for that. But that's a great idea to scale into it, to get people into it. Absolutely. Thank you.
Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So what Betsy mentioned is AI is mentioned here weekly. I'm maybe going to sound a little bit pessimistic about this. I dislike AI almost completely. It's inauthentic.
Correct.
And this is a problem that is going to be going forward. Like you said, you need an extra person in there to review things, but you're also, when you give your idea to AI, it's propagating an idea through a computer system, completely inauthentic from humanity, okay? What we need to, as business people, as entrepreneurs, is connect with a human, touch them, because our energy, basically, creates sales. AI does not create sales for you. Your energy does. I'm sure multiple people in this room can appreciate that. When you go out and you're doing sales, you connect with a person, right? You're basically interchanging ideas. You're interchanging your energy with each individual person in this room. When I walk past a person, they can feel my presence, right? When I walk up to Banks, he can feel my presence, right, Mr. Banks? So basically, AI takes that away. And I don't mean to sound pessimistic about this. It is talked about weekly in here. I don't know that it's helping anybody in this room. Is it helping anybody in this room? It is. So what is it doing to you?
May I respond?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So yeah, Randall, take that one.
So, most of us, absolutely, I agree 100%. The human connection is absolutely important and cannot be replaced by AI. How many of us spend 3 hours a day in admin work inside your office, not talking to humans, but doing admin work? Raise your hand. Okay, about half the room. So 3 hours a day, you're doing admin work where you're not talking to a human. If through AI, you can reduce that admin work from 3 hours to 30 minutes, can you now be more humanistic because you have an additional 2.5 hours to connect to people? So again, state the problem, scale hound, right? State the problem, collect the data. The problem is the focus. What is the problem? By clearly defining the problem, you can identify where AI can help you save time. Productivity is the one thing everyone's missing right now. Security is the other conversation that we haven't started talking about yet. But productivity is what we're talking about today.
Jared? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jessica, right?
Yes. So you were talking about partnerships. One of the things that I immediately go to with businesses all the time is we're solving problems, first of all. So if you are looking for partnerships, then you need to solve their problem, right? I'm sure you've thought about this, but I just wanted to throw out there just more brainstorming about who to partner with. So have you partnered with franchise consultant companies, business broker? There's business brokers and there's business broker organizations.
Perfect.
If you get together with them, think about the problems you could solve they're experiencing with the businesses they are serving. And so what happens is they can't sell the business. They can't take on that project. They can't make the money because the business isn't worth what it needs to be worth and doesn't have the processes in place in order to sell it. So that is a huge problem for business brokers and also for franchise consultants, right, in order to be able to coach them into franchising it or to set up franchise systems. If they don't have that knowledge or would like to outsource that knowledge to you, that right there is a place you could present so that you could solve their problem.
Perfect.
Then.
I appreciate that suggestion, and that's awesome. Any other ideas on partnerships that might be a good fit would be great.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Right here.
Ready?
Stand up, Ken.
Ken Rose. I wear multiple hats. I own a printing company, a travel company, everything. AI to me has been a fantastic advantage to everything that I do. In the travel business, it helps in research and in finding things. And in my print business, it's actually saved me a tremendous amount of money just this week. We installed a very large piece of equipment. It was ineffective. The manufacturer wanted a 15% restocking fee, which was thousands of dollars. I crafted a letter. I put it into AI, had it rewritten, reviewed it, and they waived the 15% restocking fee. So I saved thousands of dollars just using AI. So it's extremely powerful in business in many aspects. I think it's great.
So I think that's the question, just to keep picking. I see hands going up. I think what we're talking about here is not your opinion of AI, but are you using it properly? Because it's here, right? We do talk about it weekly. So what I'm hearing here is we might all be underutilizing it, and he's offering to help us work with what we already have, but may not know we're underutilizing. So think in those terms now, how can I use it better? Because it's here. Jared.
Hey, good morning, Randy. Jared Taylor, Sugarloaf Partners, professional fundraising consultant. In Florida, there's 107,000 registered nonprofits, and in South Lake County, there's 800. And there's definitely the haves and the have-nots, the ones that are using AI and the ones that are not using AI. I can understand some concerns, but having worked at various charities, they're using them. They're using them for process automation. However, I will say that with the caveat that the greatest return on investment is face-to-face major gift campaigns asking for $25,000 or more. Those gift receipts can be automated from the annual giving level. It never replaces that touch, that sitting down and having that conversation. However, I will share, as I mentioned with the have and have-nots, there's a lot of nonprofits here, small businesses that have very shoestring budgets, and they could definitely use the help in learning how to use these processes effectively, kind of as your name implies, to scale up. The big colleges, the big nonprofits, the Masons, they're using AI. The little church lady out of the basement, doing the acknowledgments, they may not have this training, and I think that those would be your target demographic for nonprofits here in South Lake County.
One comment, you mentioned colleges. I went and presented to the UCF Sales Club a few weeks ago, and the students' biggest concern was bringing AI skills to the marketplace. They don't know what they don't know, and you're hiring them, expecting them to bring AI into your business. They don't know. So a gap in the market as well is teaching young college students getting ready to hit the market how to use AI. So, but going back to nonprofits, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Good morning, Randall. Linka Brady. I work with entrepreneurs and small businesses. I help them start and grow their businesses. My biggest goal in what I do while consulting is to save time and money, always. I look for efficiency. Entrepreneurs don't have a lot of capital usually. This development in anything that has to do with AI has made my life a million times easier and has made the entrepreneurial journey for my clients much easier. I love what you're doing. I love the education part. I definitely will sign up, but clarify for me, your agency provides additional consulting or education, so this way I'd love to partner with you. I'd love to see how you can help me grow my business. Absolutely. To help others out there in the community use AI the right way, because I think there's so much more to AI that we haven't even scratched the surface, right? That's what I believe. So help me understand again, specifically, do you consult with businesses, or do you have a specific software that you somehow integrate with the tools and resources that entrepreneurs already have?
So let's consider the customer journey. The customer journey is they come to AI in a Day workshop. They realize the value of AI that they already own. Now they need help developing a workflow for their business using the AI they already own. So that's when they would engage us to come in, and we can either build one workflow, and then from there they realize, okay, this can help my business. Then we build out a larger strategy of how to implement AI into their business. And then we come on as a COO, fractional CAIO, Chief AI Officer, if you want to call it that, on a monthly basis to make sure that strategy is implemented correctly and to avoid the shiny objects. Because that's going to be consistent. You're going to hear, you've heard AI every week, right? Wednesday. Every AI, but are you evaluating it properly? Are you going to give it? Because my last job in the Marine Corps was software, and there were a lot of solutions running around looking for problems. And we would always, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is what you're offering worth us paying to solve that problem? First question was always, do we already have a system that does that? And how much better is this system? And if it didn't make sense, like, great, looks beautiful, it's awesome, I'm sure you work really hard on it, but does it help us get any further down solving that problem that they're looking to solve? So it always, so we become that partner to really look at, okay, well, I'm thinking about this AI system. Okay, perfect. How's it going to help you? We would ask those hard questions to make sure that you're not going to write a $100,000, $200,000 check for a system that you may never use. Does that make sense?
Indeed.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Maurice Sanders with Seamlessly. Personally, I'm a big proponent of AI. In fact, it's the fourth revolution. They call it the intelligent revolution.
Absolutely.
So it would be like being in the 1900s and saying you don't want to drive a car, you just keep riding horses. But moving forward, I do get the pushback because I love AI when I am using it to produce. But when I'm a consumer for AI, it is annoying. Where I've done the interviews with an AI recruiter, and it felt like it's it gets to go down a rabbit hole. I never kind of hear back from those. So I guess, how are you going to kind of deal with that part of the process?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
So I'll ask again. So I would get a call from an AI recruiter, and it would be very generic, and they all ask the exact.
What do you do?
I'm in IT as well.
You're an IT guy, so you make AI applications? Or?
I make AI applications, but I'm also on the receiving side of AI as well. And so when I have a recruiting call and they call me, all the calls, the questions are exactly the same, and they feel like they go down a rabbit hole almost. And so I guess how are you going to be able to utilize it, but also understand the pushback that is valid, because it can be very what is it? Not personable, but kind of close to that, yeah.
So I'll rephrase the question. So the concern is that when you're talking to someone about AI or someone's calling to you about AI, they're unclear on how AI is really going to help them.
No, I'm saying on the receiving end of AI, I see how it can be irritating, and I see how it can feel like it's not personable.
Okay.
And feel like you're just another number. And so even though it is great and we use it for our businesses, how are you going to combat that part of it, is what I'm saying.
It goes back to the problem. So you go back to the gentleman's conversation earlier, right? How is it not personable? How am I not making that connection, right? They're calling you and you can tell it's an AI person, so you just quickly hang up, right? It depends upon the problem. And sometimes that personal connection is required, so AI is not a solution for that. Even though there will be someone that will try to sell you an AI system that says absolutely AI can do that. And that's where you as a business owner have to make that decision. Is it worth the risk? Because now you're risking not only the customer service, now you're risking your brand. Because then you talk and all of a sudden, well, that's an AI company, versus I don't know who that is, so I'm never going to talk to them ever again. I'm never going to answer that phone. So focusing on deciding what the problem is AI the right solution for that problem? And really focusing on the problem. Avoid the overwhelm that we can solve everything. What's the one problem? What's the biggest time suck you have right now? How can we use AI to reduce that time to something that's more manageable so you can do something else? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Anthony, and I'm the owner of SSS Non-Emergency Medical Transportation, and thank you for your service. It may sound a little selfish, but so I'm on a daily basis, I'm speaking to hospital CEOs, directors, case managers, rehab centers, assisted livings, things like that. So I do call myself old school. So AI is all new to me and trying to learn it and figure it out. The few people that I have that works with me and for me, I would love to get training and coaching and all that stuff, a kind of like one-on-one small group with you. But my question is, how can, with the type of business that I'm doing, and the people that I need to reach out to and the people that I need to connect with, how can AI do that for me or help me to get better at making these connections?
Great question. So, question is, how do I connect with a CEO? Is that fair?
Right.
So when you go to contact a CEO, what type of background research do you do before you contact that CEO?
So basically, let's say it's Advent Health. I would obviously look at the company, do some research on that, try to get as much information as I could. So when I'm speaking to them, they kind of know at least, okay, she knows something, you know? So, but just trying to, because I know this is the big thing, the new thing, all that kind of stuff.
How long does it take you to do that research?
It takes a long time.
Give me a number.
A couple hours a day at least.
A couple hours a day. If I could take that couple of hours and turn it into 10 minutes, would that be helpful?
Absolutely.
So that means you can contact more CEOs more personally every single day, because you don't have to research for 2 or 3 hours. You can research in 10 minutes.
Correct.
I'll give you a prompt that you can use to research. Basically, you go to their LinkedIn profile, grab it, put it into this prompt, and say, give me all the information you can about this person. And within minutes, if not seconds, give you all that background information. Then you're not spending 2 or 3 hours researching it. You can review it to see if it's worth the conversation to call that person. Does that make sense? So you, again, time productivity from 2 to 3 hours to 2 to 3 minutes. What else would you do with that time? Make more phone calls to more CEOs to get more business. That human piece is not replaced. It's now augmented, and like remember the Bionic Man? My age there. But now you're augmented. You can do a lot more in your day without having to work late, working weekends, which you may still do anyway, but now that's a more productive time.
A man barely alive. We can rebuild them.
Yeah.
Harry, you're up. A man barely alive.
Real quick, I love the stories. What you said recently in the last couple of minutes was, what is the biggest time suck that you have? I think that would be great in your presentation. Gets it very relatable early on. So in the beginning, we're all a little bit lost. Where do we go from here? But if you nail what is your biggest time suck and have a story of Jim Smith had a huge time suck of this, we were able to show him how to do this pretty quickly, boom, success, and now we all can, it's relatable. So that's my thought.
Perfect. Thank you.
Randall, thanks for showing up today and presenting on AI. My name is Dr. Phillips. I have about 21 business interests worldwide. I do a lot with tech. An observation, I see there's a lot of angst, a lot of opinions about AI, one way and the other. By the way, I'm a former Air Force C-141 commander, so I moved a lot of, always faithful.
My cybersecurity guys are all Air Force guys.
Yeah, so
you guys are smart.
Pushed a lot of you out of a lot of airplanes, so, but thank you for that. But you know, there's this angst about AI. I think that as you weave this into your presentations, it's important to acknowledge the human aspect of it. Absolutely. There's a huge part of it, because at the end, you know, you're a good commander in the military because of you love your people, and I think we have to acknowledge that. So maybe weaving that into the benefits. The other thing is the discernment of what are you doing that other people are not. Maybe that could play that into one of your benefits. Make it say that we're the people that take AI and make it human. Right? Like we bridge that gap. That might be an idea. My question and my concern is this. You're leveraging 365, you're leveraging Google Gemini. These are all public domains. There's 2 Air Force guys that there were cybersecurity, Lehman Baird, Mance Harmon, set up Hedera.com hashgraph. We can distribute ledger this, bring it to individual silos, decentralize the data to an individual server, so you're not putting stuff into the cloud. Security, you mentioned security earlier. I didn't hear anything else about security. You're talking about big corporations. What are you doing to bring the data security, even with these medical people, bring the data security down to the server level, firewall it, use AI agencies to protect that? Are you looking at that at all? If not, maybe we could talk afterwards.
It's one of the main reasons I selected. The question is security. How does a smaller mom and pop shop afford security when you're looking at AI? That's one of the reasons I focus on Microsoft 365, because security is inherent in the system. When you get an instance of Microsoft 365, it's applied to your business and your business only. So when you use ChatGPT or Copilot, ChatGPT within Copilot, your data stays within your instance. It does not go to the bigger world. So that's one quick answer is you can use Microsoft 365. And I talk to my cybersecurity guys, and all cybersecurity guys go, 365 is cool. And the reason I learned that was when I went to teach procurement professionals in Minnesota, and I was going to teach them all about ChatGPT. Their number one concern was compliance. I can't use it to do my job. Okay, so did more research, and the Minnesota IT for the state approves Microsoft 365 for anything. Copilot within 365, anything. Contracts, PII, anything and everything you can use Microsoft 365 Copilot for. So if the IT professionals, cybersecurity professionals like 365 and think it's secure, that would be an answer. So if you're on Google Workspace, it's not as secure as Microsoft 365 because it's an open source platform, as well as it connects to a lot of open source platforms. Microsoft's focus is security. And what I'm watching the industry, as apps prove valuable to the business world, Microsoft looks at it, we can do that, and they pull it in to Microsoft 365. So playing with it out in the open world, but then they see value, they bring it into 365. And as well as all the connections, there's a lot of capabilities. But that's why you want to come to AI Day, or let's set up a conversation. I'd be happy to learn more about your business and how we can help you, really how you can use AI in your business. And if it turns into an opportunity for us to work together, great. But I will make sure that that phone call is valuable and you will leave with value from that phone call.
We're up to you, Jim.
So a couple of thoughts on this, and I'm going to agree and disagree with Brandon on one thing. AI is not going away. I've been one of those that I've fought technology as I got older, but it's not going away, and I think if we're not putting it in our business, we're going to be left behind. But my thought with that is, and I agree with you have to have the personal touch, so maybe taking specific business research and say how much time is being how much time and how much income and how much revenue is being lost because the salespeople are doing the work. And then maybe to show, say, look, if we can do this behind the scenes, we're doing the research like you were given the explanation there. Your salespeople are now out doing their job. The salespeople's job is to get out and make sales, but they have to know where to go. But if the AI is doing the research for them, and maybe just saying, look, in this industry, you're losing 40% of your revenues and your sales because your salespeople are spending 50% of their time researching instead of 90% of their time in the market. Just to show some research of lost revenues, additional revenues that could be generated by using something in the background to do the work, let the people go out and do their do what they do best.
That's an awesome suggestion, because we did AI Day for a major commercial real estate company. Afterward feedback, a $10 million producer saved 4 hours based on what he learned in a short 2-hour workshop. So you can do the math on a $10 million producer. What is his hour worth? He saved 4 hours, and that's from him, not from me. So something to consider. And that's great. We need those kind of testimonials. That's one of the reasons to fill people into AI in a day, to show that, to say, hey, here it is, guys. Use it. It can save you money. Not just save you money, make you more productive.
Good morning. I apologize for coming in late. That's super rude of me, but great presentation. My name is Mallory, and I've scaled over 10 different, maybe we're too close, 10 different tech companies, and they were all acquired earlier this year, so I'm very familiar with your space. And I just want to touch on your ask around the target audience. And obviously, everybody needs what you have, but I think you want to prioritize spending your time with the people you don't need to convince. I agree with Dr. Phillips. There's a lot of friction and education going on in this room this morning, but I still get brought into a consult in a lot of different capacities. So a lot of the larger corporations had to have a lot of like requirements and standards in place by 2030. That was set as a deadline. They've already done that, even though we're only in 2025. And now the conversations are that they're planning for the next 10 years. What does the workplace look like in a post-AI world? And how do those AI workflows work with our staff, our employees? So I think I have a few key people I can introduce you to get into that space. But also when you're looking at small business owners, be more, my recommendation, be more specific in small business owners, because if anyone's hasn't hit their 6 figures yet, even though they know that they need you, they're not gonna spend the money because they're busy paying their bills. But I know the entrepreneurs who are in this like 6-figure scaling towards 7-figure to 8 figures, they're looking for this. This is their priority because they want exactly everything you've described this morning. So I have a couple of really key players to introduce you to for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We have 3 more. 1, 2, and 3.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Doris Jackson Shazier. I'm a leadership coach and management consultant. And my feedback is very similar to, I think, Linka, and I think her name was Jennifer, and who to best partner with. Definitely management consultants, business consultants, someone like me as a leadership coach, where I focus on people solutions. I would love to have someone like you in my Rolodex to be able to refer some of that education, AI, technology, and process-driven solutions, where I'm teaching them more of that management and leadership skill set, and then being able to refer someone who could help more so with that process development and automation. So I think that that could be a great way to partner with people to get your name out and make connections and kind of leverage their book of business.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Very good. Thank you.
Hello, again, my name is Jessica Madrigal. I have my marketing wheels turning because this is what we've done for so long. And one of our main things that we focused on in the last couple of years is really honing it down from all the services and things. So as everybody's bringing up your presentation, I just wanted to point out a couple of things that may be helpful with everyone asking you, well, okay, but it's here every week, why are you different? And one of the number one questions I ask anybody I'm talking to is, why does anybody care about what you're doing, right? It sounds like a brash question, but we have to think about how we shop. Any one of us, if we was to ask the room to raise their hand, every single person would raise their hand. If you go to I learned, if you go to anything online or in person, I'm gonna just talk really loud. Anyway, you're looking for how to solve your problem. You don't care about what they're doing. You care about how your problem's going to be solved, and then you care about what they're doing or who they are. Then you're figuring out who you're going to, right? So I think if you have only a few minutes, I think number one, everybody understands like, okay, I get what AI is, but I already have all of my preconceived ideas about my experience. I actually love that you brought up what you brought up, sir. I can't remember your name, I'm sorry. But this is really important because everybody's experience with everything is different. We all thrive differently. So when you keep bringing up, well, that's when the problem comes in. I think you should lead with the problem all day. You shouldn't talk about all the benefits or any of that. None of that matters unless they're in the room with you doing these things. So I think number one, just lead with even audience participation like this immediately. Okay, who has what problems? And you should immediately start talking about, well, just like with her. What if I did this? Oh, that's all I needed to know. Like, then you go into all the other reasons why you might be able to help, but I think that's the way because you talk about how you would connect people in person, that's what he wants. He doesn't care about anything else, right? So I think that's, from a marketing standpoint, I think that's powerful. You can leverage that.
Thank you, Jessica.
Question I would ask in return, how do we separate ourselves from the noise that's currently in the market about AI? That's a question back to you. It's like, how do we separate? Understand, how do I get that message to them? Because right now online, every Facebook, LinkedIn, all about AI, and we can solve your problem. So everyone's getting inundated to the point they're like, I don't hear it, I don't see it, I don't care.
Right.
Stop talking about AI.
Right, which is why AI Today is kind of the personable, and it starts with an outline, but by the time I get to slide 2, we're off to their problems. Yeah. Just because of anything.
I can actually answer that for you. So Amber again, just a little quick, like why I'm qualified to answer that question. Before, as I mentioned, I was a CFO for 22 years. I was actually fractionally at over 300 tech companies, most of which were acquired. So like you, I've worked in tech quite a bit. And last year I actually pitched at Web Summit, which is the largest tech conference in the world, to over 73,000 people. So can't answer that. The first thing I thought of when I viewed your pitch deck, which I know you're not going to use in every situation, is you have a lot going on in it. You need to niche that down. Identify where your strength is. The first thing that stood out to me was you mentioned your background in the Marines was specific to supply chain. Start there. Start with what you know, show how it applies to those small, medium businesses, and then branch out. So start where your expertise shines. You have a huge LinkedIn following, but like you mentioned, you're getting lost in the noise. Forget the cost of the small workshops. Those are your loss leader. Use those as freebies that gets the people in. Don't give them the query, maybe give them 1 or 2. Teach them how to write the query. So those workshops become what you use to gain your consulting customers that are then willing to buy in and pay for your consulting. That would be my, sorry, I'm very passionate about this. That would be my recommendation. And I have other suggestions on if you do want to use your pitch deck, how you can actually pare it down to different causes, because of right now, the way it reads across is, I want investors, I want customers, I want businesses, and you can do all of that with different versions, but right now it's like a lot of noise just sitting here as someone experienced, that I think that you have what it takes, like you have that knowledge, but you need to be able to present it in a way that does set you apart. Does that make sense?
It does. It just, this presentation was for this audience, which was very clear on what you're going to say and what you're going to do, versus an actual, if I were in that conference or any conference, it'd be a different conversation based on the audience there. So, thank you.
Well, thank you for opening up this conversation. I know there's very different level of understanding and knowledge in this part of audience. So, I mean, it is a discussion opening. So my name is Lee Tran. I'm a story coach. I'm also a wealth protection strategist. My question is, AI is here, just like email back in the day. It's going to be here to stay, and it's going to go so fast. If you're not part of it, you're going to be left behind. So thank you for opening that up. But there are things that I know what your concern is, because we are all human connectors, right? But you don't have to lose your voice because you use AI. As a foreigner coming here, English is my 6th language. And I'm always doubtful about what I say. So it's always good to have it double checked. Your grammar, your flow, your structure, those are the basics. You can do it for free. But my question is, security. Is it, if you have a pro version, is your IP being protected? Or whatever you throw in there is also going to the vast of the ocean?
And you say pro version of what?
Of ChatGPT or any pro versions.
There's 2 answers to that question. One,
Randall, can we keep it short? We're at, yeah,
one,
5
there's a
words or less.
lever that you can switch in the settings that will keep it secure, but it's still on that server. Can they get to it? I don't know.
So it's not like private
all my
to you?
cybersecurity guys
So
are like, if it's on ChatGPT public,
okay.
it's at risk.
But yeah, I want to know that it is a tool. Everybody can use it. I mean, from the tech level to the very basic level, everybody should learn about it. But thank you so much for the talk today.
Randall Malden, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Randall.
We have one more question for you, and this is not rhetorical. What can we as a community do to help you? Real short, we're at.
As I mentioned in the beginning, the help I need is the introductions, the ideas of what audiences I can get in front of in regards to teaching this aha moment of you already own it, use it. And that will open up the conversation to solve specific problems for those companies.
And Randall, you will be here to talk to people
Yeah, I'll be
individually?
here.
Yep.
I'll be
Good.
here.
I'm going to leave this, make sure you get a screenshot of that, and then I'm going to leave his contact information up here for everyone. Clean up after yourselves, play nice in the sandbox, have a great week, and thank you for coming.
We're here
Please
next
speak to
Wednesday,
Randall.
and we're going to take a photo. Everybody put your one finger up for Lincoln's going to
Let's
take
get
it
your
for us.
1 million cups finger ready, and then let's start a queue for questions with Randall.
Yeah.
All right, everybody ready? Linka, do your selfie. Linka, do your selfie this morning.
Your right finger, and not in front of somebody's face. Javier. Okay. You can.
I'll do 2.
Here we go. 1 million cups on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 million cups. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Randall. See you next week, everyone.
So what embassies were you at?
Santiago, Chile.
I was in Lima, Peru, and Belgrade.